class? Yes, I just started recording now since we have started. Thank you, Olufunke. So today, I said I will be talking about Facebook visibility. Then still on the content creation, I just want to add a few tips that would help you with your content creation, because the content pillar that we discussed 2 days ago, to some it looks like something big or something theoretical, but it's not theoretical. So what I'll show you tonight is just like a breakdown of all of the things, everything that we talked about in the content pillar are part of what I'll show you tonight. So, I mean, those are in simple language that you can understand. So you can always fix those into your content pillar at any time. So you know that this one fits this particular topic, this particular one fits this particular topic. Then again, I told Idris earlier that I'm using my phone today. I will not be having the slide presentation the way we had it because I forgot my laptop charger at work. So I had to draft my notes into the phone. But I'm sure you will still get whatever everything that you are supposed to get. So let's just go into business straight away. I'm about to share my screen with you. Sorry. Okay. Can everybody see my screen now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. So today we are starting with 5 types of social media content that boost your business. So the first one is, like I told you earlier, I said what I'm sharing tonight is similar or is like an offshoot of the content pillars. So what you are looking at now, if you look at the content pillar we shared yesterday, remember I said part of your content pillar is to educate your audience. I talked about motivating and inspiring your audience. I talked about lifestyle, showing your lifestyle. Then I talked about, yes, still on educating your audience too. So if you look at these 5 content this I listed here, you can fix them or attach them to either educating, lifestyle, or whatever your content pillar is based on your own business. So the first one is educational content. The second one is inspirational content. The third one is connection content. The fourth one is engagement content. And the last one is promotional or sales content. So I will just show you. Sorry. Okay. So if you look at my screen, I hope everybody can see my screen.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm saying this is inspirational content examples, for instance. So what I'm showing you now is part of what you would use or you can use. I just listed these ones so that when you are building your content pillars and using it for your content calendar, some of these topics are some of the ideas that you can use to actually create content. You can either use this directly or you can, or you can tweak it and make it suit whatever it is. But this one, for instance, the inspirational content are generic. So anything inspirational is generic. So whatever niche you are, inspiration is inspiration. So for instance, if you talked about what inspires you and why it inspires you. Share a story about the time you felt like giving up and what you did to get back on track. Now, what this kind of stories, what this kind of content do is that it makes people to see you as human. They see the human side of you. Because you can't just come up every time that you are trying to sell, you are being the only thing they see on your page is selling, selling, and selling. But when when somebody comes to you, the person might be feeling a bit down. So when you share stories about your experiences, they get inspired. Because what story does is that anytime you tell a story, somebody can see himself in your story. Somebody can relate with you from your story. So that's why if you ask around, one of the main digital marketing tool or content writing tool is storytelling. When I say storytelling, you don't have to be an expert storyteller. You don't have to be a storyteller in the class of, a badass narrator. No. Just as long as you can talk, you can share a story. You can even write the story the way you talk. What matters is you are sharing that story, people understand what you are saying. And most times, it doesn't have to be perfect when you start. If you are waiting for that perfect time before you start, you would never start, because you always feel like this story is not good enough, especially when you probably just read a very wonderful write-up online, and then you're about to write your own. You feel like, no, this is not good enough. Let me not write it. One thing I always say is, there are people, the way you are looking up to people, there are people who are also looking up to you. There are people you look up to. And even those people that you look up to also have people that they look up to. So every one of us are at different stages of our journey. So you should always learn to appreciate your own stage. Don't feel like someone is up there and you're thinking, how do I get up there as well? What you should think of is your own story, embrace it. And the thing about your personal stories is that they are unique to you. It's not anybody's story. It is your own story. I'm sure every one of us, if I ask you now that what inspires you, we will have different things. For me, for instance, one of the things that inspires me about this internet marketing business is that when I had my daughter, since then I've always been looking at, I don't want to let this girl down, because I know that I need to be able to provide for whatever she needs. And I also think that I can't afford to see someone sick around me, maybe a loved one sick, and I won't be able to help that person or to support with money. So that's why, for me, that's part of the things that inspires me. Just being able to add value in my immediate environment. If I ask you, I'm sure you have something different or something close, but your story is unique to you. Then you also have a story at some point. It might not be, it doesn't have to be something so big. Don't look for something out of the ordinary. Your ordinary is a very important story to share. What feels like ordinary to you is an important thing to share. It might be a domestic issue. It might be something minute to you. Share it. Share a word of encouragement to motivate your audience. Number 4, share a story about what inspired or led you to start your business. We all have our different reasons for starting business. Celebrate a win and share with your audience the process that led to that win. Narrate a story about a mistake you made and what you did to come over it or to overcome it. Now, another thing is that many people when you want to be an expert, or if you want to have that visibility and gain more relevance online, sometimes, I think I mentioned this in one of our classes, sometimes you have to be vulnerable to your audience. It's not every time that you look or posture yourself as a macho, as someone who has control over everything. If you posture yourself as someone that has control over everything, people they won't trust you, because it will be obvious that this person, are you now saying you are perfect? Are you now saying you don't also make mistakes? Are you now saying you don't also go through the same things we go through? So don't say because you are posting online, you are posturing yourself as a perfect person. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes be vulnerable. But when I say vulnerable, I'm not saying you should share private details about your life. Please, whatever it is you're not comfortable to share, don't share it. But when we talk about a mistake you made, I'm talking about probably something on the job. Maybe you are trying to process an order, you made a mistake, you sent a wrong item to a customer, or maybe you had a job you're supposed to deliver and you didn't deliver it on time, those are some flaws that shows vulnerability. So I'm not saying you should share private details about your life. Though some people are comfortable with sharing, that private we talk about is relative to people. I know people that share things that maybe you might not be able to share about your life. But the thing is, nobody can use the things they've said about themselves against them again. I don't know if you understand what I mean. If I've said something about myself, you can't shame me with it. But personally, I won't say something I'm not comfortable with anybody hearing or they might use against me, because we have different ways of reacting to these issues. And is there something you'll be trying but it's not working? Share with your audience why you keep trying to do it. Then on educational content ideas, I shared with you here, what are the major ways your business helps your audience? Share these things. If you sell eggs, how does egg help people that wants to buy egg or people that needs to consume egg? What are the benefits of? What are other benefits? Please, that person mute is a mic. What are the ways by which your products helps your audience? So share this so that people will be able to understand what product you are selling, your product and the benefits. One mistake that business people usually do is that most times we share more about the features of our products. You tell people about your product, about how it's manufactured and all the feature, but you don't tell them the benefits. Nobody cares about the feature of any product. It's not anybody's business. They don't want to know. What they want to know is what it can do for them. So in your content sharing, let that always be, always show whenever you're sharing content. If you're into makeup, you don't emphasize that this one is L'Oreal or Mary Kay, or Mary Kay, or all the names of those. You can do that once in a while. But
carry this my car key and drop it in the drawer.
Most times, just hold on, I want to mute everybody. Okay, so always share the benefits of your products. Don't emphasize too much on the features. Nobody is concerned about the features. We are more concerned about the benefits, how it helps us. What is a need for me? What can your product do for me? If I use your product now, what advantage will it give to me? If you sell human hair, if I buy human hair from you, what does human hair do to me? Will it make me more beautiful? Will it make me be able to look different in a gathering that people will notice me? Will it make me even win a guy's heart? Or will it make me get an appointment? Will it help me to open a particular door in an office? Just appeal to the benefits of your product most. That's where the real emotion that makes people buy things, that's where it comes from. Then what are the common mistakes that people make when it comes to using your product or your services? You can also share a hack that will help your audience. Okay, that will help audience in your niche to do something. Maybe how to maintain your weave on or your weave, how to maintain your weave, how to wash your weave, how to store eggs for 90 days or for whichever number of days. What does someone do again? How to use honey to cure a particular ailment. Just share something that is not really common to hear. All these things you can get them when you research. We talked about research 2 days ago. All this educational content, once you have, okay, what it is it I want to write about? Just go either to Google or Pinterest or Quora or YouTube, just type it. You will see many inspirations that you can write about from there. You can even read maybe 2 or 3 articles that speaks about the topic you want to write, then take points from all of them or from few of them and write it in your own language, and you have a content you are sharing. So what are the things that your target audience are ignorant of about your business, or a misconception that people have about your business? Then correct it. And for instance, many people have different misconceptions about forex trading. One of us is into that. People have different things that they feel, okay, forex trading is this, is that. Some people see it as a get rich quick scheme. Some people see it as something that you lose your money in few seconds. So those kind of misconceptions will not make people to want to do it. So if you are trying to attract people to do it, then you share that misconception, then you correct it like an expert. Then connection content. These are the content that you share with your audience that they feel close to you, like the lifestyle. This one falls under the lifestyle pillar. So this one talks mostly about your personal life, sometimes how it relates to your business, or how it is related to something that is not your business entirely. So some of the ideas I wrote here is, for instance, if you are not working on your business, what do you love doing? What are your hobbies? What's your pastime? What are the things you do? Do you enjoy watching Big Brother Nigeria? Do you enjoy going to the movies? Do you enjoy having time with your family? Do you enjoy going to the beach? Now when you write that and probably share a picture, might be related, might be unrelated, just let them see that you are not only a business person, you're also a human being. Then share some fun facts about yourself. Let us know some fun facts about you. If you are, maybe you can I mean, there are different fun facts about everybody. We all have things that are fun facts about us. Maybe you always wake up at 10 a.m. or, these are just diverse things. And share what songs, movie, it might be a song, a movie, or a TV show that you are currently watching and what you enjoy about that. So that's just to give you a personal, it gives you a kind of personal face. It puts a face to you that, okay, this is the kind of person this person is. So some of your audience, you have people in your audience who are like you. You have some who are not like you, but even those that are not like you would kind of feel, okay, it's been like this, I'm also like this. And, it's just like a community. You are building a community. And of course, in a community, there are diverse people. Then you can talk about a trending topic. I think Big Brother Nigeria is trending now. You can talk about it. Or maybe Two-Face and Annie Divya. But be careful when you talk about trending topics anyway. Yeah, sometimes you might poke and sound, it's not bad to put a little bit controversy in your content sometimes, but be careful about it, especially when it comes to celebrities or religion. Especially Nigerians are very, very strong on religion. Sometimes you can shake the table if you feel like you can handle it, you can, but be careful always about that. So it's not every time you talk about trending topics. Maybe once in 2 months, once in a month. And if you can manage it well, if you know how to have your way around it, to talk about it. If you like, you can talk about politics. Though personally, I don't like talking about politics because politics also polarizes a lot. Especially politics and religion, they polarize. Especially if you are the type that is just building an audience. So you don't have different, except you know how to talk about it in a way that you can still manage whatever reaction you get from your audience. Then shout out to another business. This one, I suggest you also do it maybe once in 3 weeks or once in a month or as anyway, as this one does not have any timetable to it. You can do it as you like. What happens when you shout out to another business is that, especially if you tag that business or that person, you tag that person, if the person does not have maybe some privacy settings, there's a probability that that person's follower will see you because you tagged someone they are following or someone that is their friend. So that person will kind of see you, adds to your visibility. Then it also puts a perception that you are not a stingy person, you are not a rigid person, that you also celebrate other businesses, that you are not all about yourself. So some of the other business you can shout out to, it could be part of your audience, or it could be someone that you respect, or it could be someone who is an influencer as well that you respect. And when you do that, you talk about the reason why you respect that person or why you follow that person. And you can even suggest to your audience to go and follow the person. So that way they would respect you, that you are not you don't hide information from them. You share information freely with them. So we are now on engagement content. For engagement content, most times, engagement is making people to respond to your post, making people to come and say something in the comment sections. Because most times when you post online, people won't comment. Let me also say this, that you should not be discouraged when people don't comment or even like your post. Just make sure you are doing it every day. People are watching. For some of us that have maybe some level of visibility online here, I know by now you should understand that people watch. people are watching, people who don't like your comment, or who don't like your post or make comments, you find out that they are there watching, they are following you closely. Sometimes I get to my place of work, my colleagues will tell me, they'll be making comments about a comment that people made, comments that people make on my post. I like that person's comments, so. And I don't even know that. I've forgotten that I'm friends with some of them on Facebook because they don't like my post, they don't comment, but they are following. So if there is any time, for instance, now when I started this, when I placed the ad for this content creation class, there were people that don't engage with me on a normal day that signed up. And I'm not talking about people that signed up from seeing a post on Olumide Globius page now. Some people that were following me, they just saw it and they signed up. I had friends who we don't really talk when it comes to business. Saw it on my WhatsApp and they decided to, okay, let me sponsor one person, let me sponsor 5 people, let me sponsor 10 people, and they paid for them. So that tells you people are watching. So don't say that because whatever it is you're doing, you're not getting response from people, that nobody's watching, and you stop you stop being consistent. No. It is when you stop that you then prove those people right. That this is just another person that just comes up once in a while. And if you gain a reputation for coming once in a while, you won't have loyal followers. The reason is that it's like when you sell food. If I know that every day when I get to your table, I will find something to eat, I will always come to your table. But when I can't physically locate your table, I will search for it. Sometimes when people don't see your post, they will go to their search box. Maybe they didn't see it for that day. They will go and search if you made a post for that day, maybe that they missed. But if you are someone that today you did not post, tomorrow you didn't post, next tomorrow you did, then you wait for another 1 week, you posted again. You posted for another 2 or 3 days. If you keep doing like that, you just find out that nobody will take you serious. So as much as possible, make sure you post something on your page at least once in a day. Let me check. Sorry. Because I'm not using my laptop, this thing is a little bit. Okay. So, can also ask your audience, sometimes just give them the power, ask them, what would you like me to talk about tomorrow or today? Or you can say, I want to talk about this topic or that topic. Which one should I talk about? Then you find comments that talk about this one. No, this one. That way, you are gaining visibility. You are gathering engagement. Then on sales content, promotional or sales content. So, okay, like I said earlier, always talk about the benefits of your product. Then show customer reviews. Whatever it is that anybody says about you, show it. When you deliver a good service to someone and the person says something nice about it, show it to people out there, because people will believe what they heard about you from someone else than what you say about yourself. Even if your customer does not ask for a review, if they don't give you a review, ask for reviews. Always ask for reviews. It's not a bad thing to ask for reviews, so that even if the reviews are not entirely positive, tell them that you would like to get an honest feedback about your service. And actually, some people will tell you the areas where they feel it's not good enough. Always take note of that. And when people tell you they enjoy your service, talk about it. You can share it on your wall every day or every week. It's because even if it's only one person that shares a wonderful review about you, always talk about it. Always talk about it. Because what that does also is that it boosts your confidence. You're able to have more boldness to offer that to. If it can be useful to one person, then there's another person that it will be useful for. There are 100 other people that will find it valuable. So the fact that, especially for people who are into who are in service based, if you are providing good service, or maybe someone like me, if I'm teaching how to create content, it's not everybody that would get the full value from the class. But I know that it would help a lot of people. So I won't hold back because I know it's not everybody that is taking it serious. Then I will try as much as possible to get it. For instance, now I think though nobody responded, I asked for a review some days ago. I will still ask for a review again. That what do you guys think about? Can you share reviews? When you share those reviews with me, then I take those reviews and also show it to other people that might come across my content some other period. That's like your social proof. That's the proof that you are doing something right. Always ask for that and always treasure your proofs. Though I know that sometimes people forge reviews, they forge proofs and all that. If it's possible, sometimes you can even request for someone that used your service to talk about it, maybe on their own personal word. Especially if someone that you saw that this person was really satisfied, and just chip it in. Please now, can you just share it on your wall? Let people just know. I want more people to also get this service. The person might be happy. Okay, wow, no wala. Let me go ahead with it. And if the person does not go with it as well, the person will only say no. That's the worst that can happen. It's either a yes or a no. The person does not respond. But the best thing is try and ask. So then make irresistible offers to your audience. When I say irresistible offer, I'm saying something that an offer you put on the table that they will not say no to. Especially people that need your product or your service. For instance, I put up a 3-day class, and I put the price at 2,000. A 3-day class that I'll be teaching content creation, how to create content, how to come up with content, how to carry out research, accountability. Then I added bonus of accountability class, Facebook visibility training, and I put the price at 2,000 naira. That's like a great offer for anybody. Like, wow, all this for 2,000 naira. So what the deal is that always make, in the eyes of your potential customers, always make the value of your product to be higher than the price or the cost. I don't know if you get that. Always make sure that after your audience have listened to you about the value of your product, they want to buy it. So when you mention the price is small to what you are offering. Like, wow, that's for that price, I'm getting all that, or make them feel like they are cheating you. That's one thing. Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, we are all Nigerians. Nigerians like to buy something and feel like they cheated the seller. That's when Nigerians feel they actually bought something. But if you bought something and you are feeling like, it's like this person cheated me. Even if the person didn't cheat you, if that feeling is there, you still feel you were overpriced. So always make your your customers feel like they are the ones cheating you. So how do you do that? I already give an example of my own, of this content creation class. So if you are selling, if you are into one of the ways to do that, for instance, if you are selling a physical product that needs to be delivered out of your location, you can give an offer that is free delivery. And you'll be thinking, free delivery, how do I do that? So instead of saying if your product is 100 naira, you can put the price at 120 and tell the person free delivery, or you tell the person that let us share the delivery cost. Because most times, just hearing delivery costs, some people they would not want to buy again, even because they feel like that extra delivery cost it looks like another money entirely to some people, to most people anyway, to most of us. So if you create a perception that delivery fee is not really there, but you yourself, you know that you've added it in your price, I'm telling you that person would not mind buying from you. Or sometimes if you sell, maybe you are selling bags, and then you now add one small accessory, maybe something that costs 500 naira, an accessory that maybe an handkerchief, or I can't think of any accessory now, just something little, and you say plus extra this, and you give it to that person at that price, they would be happy to buy it. So that's just a way of making irresistible offers. So that's not part of content creation. I'm just giving you that tip when you are doing promotional or sales content. Then always make a clear call to action. This one, sometimes some people will write about the product that people should come and buy. They won't make a call to action. Call to action is that telling them the exact action you want them to take. So you don't just talk about your products. Tell them how you want the action you want them to take. If you want this service, or if you want this product, send a DM to so now and get your own copy now. Sometimes many people, when they make sales content, they don't add that in their post, because people need a call to action to actually take action. Because some people, after reading, they just forget. But if the call to action is there, like go and do this, like an instruction. So I hope we are following. Let me go back to this thing and see. Okay, can we just respond? I want to be sure that people are following now.
Yes, I'm following.
Oh, okay, great. Right, thank you. I had to ask that because, I'm using my phone, so it's kind of difficult to share, to see all the screens, unlike when you are using a laptop. All right, thank you. So let's just talk about Facebook visibility now. So as regards Facebook visibility, I mentioned some things. Let your Facebook cover photo, let it be an image that clearly highlights your business. Whatever it is you are selling, if you're into furniture making, your cover photo, let it show that this is what you are into. Let it always show your business. You can either pay a graphics designer to help you design that, or you can do it yourself if you can use Canva, or if you're a graphics designer yourself, you can do it yourself. The reason for this is that I'm sure sometimes there are many times when you are scrolling through Facebook, just see someone's profile, maybe the person made a comment somewhere and whatever the person said attracted you and you clicked on the person's name to open the person's profile. So when you open the person's profile, you are just scrolling through their page. So, when you open somebody's profile, the first thing you see is a cover photo and a DP. So if the cover photo talks about what the person is doing, sometimes I check. I don't know if you guys check. Sometimes I just check what is. I just go through the cover, and that's what most people do as well. So when people come to your profile, let them know. There are many people that are visiting your profile almost every day. You don't know, because every time people are just randomly just checking Facebook. Sometimes you write something somewhere, someone wants to know more about you. So let your profile speak about what you do. Let your cover photo speak about it. So that when the person clicks on your profile cover photo, the person knows that this is what you're doing. Then assuming I was using like my laptop, I would have showed you a way to also add caption to your cover photo, so that when the person opens your cover photo, I think I'll have to do another video and just send it to the group or to YouTube, so that you guys can, to be a short tutorial video, so that you guys can see how it works. Then have a nice picture of you on your Facebook DP, preferably only you. But sometimes I know people put their own picture on their spouse, or your picture on your friends, or a group photo. That doesn't speak well about your profile. So it's always better when it's your own picture, a very clear picture. It can be a studio picture or a picture that you snapped with your phone, a wonderful picture you snapped with your phone. Then when you post a content, anytime you write anything online, when someone comments on your post, be quick to reply that comment, either by saying, depending on whatever the comment the person says, but always make sure you reply. The reason is that anytime you post a content online, Facebook algorithm, on Facebook anyway, Facebook algorithm, the way Facebook algorithm brings your post to maybe up there the ladder. Anyway, the thing is, there's a lot of competition. There are many people that are posting content on Facebook. So the Facebook algorithm always prioritize content based on how people engage with that content. So if you post a content now, if you want more people to see, if somebody makes a comment, then you also reply under that comment. So that's now 2 comments under your post. So the algorithm reads it like maybe you have 2 comments. It does not care maybe you are also the person that made the comment. What the algorithm really is like, people are enjoying your post. And the more it looks like people are enjoying it, the more the algorithm is taking it up there, prioritizing it for more people to see. So yes, sometimes my post and nobody makes any comment. It's fine, it happens. I'm just saying, when somebody makes a comment, make sure you reply to that comment first, so that the algorithm also prioritizes you. That's just one of the few tips that helps your visibility. Then another way to help your visibility is always engage with people's posts on Facebook. Many people don't do this. Just post content on Facebook and then you go away. You walk away and expecting people to come and like and comment on your post. You've forgotten that Facebook is a social space. So it's the way as you are interacting with people, if you have noticed, the people that you see their posts most are people that you engage with, that people you usually like their post, or people you usually make comments on their post. Because when you do that, Facebook algorithm believes that you guys are friends. So the algorithm show that person your content. So that's why it's important to comment on people on your timelines post. When you comment on their post and maybe they reply you or they acknowledge your comment, the algorithm believes that you guys are friends, you are close. And the algorithm takes it that anything you post, the person should also see it. So whenever you do that, people you engage with, they always see your content. They will see, Facebook will show you to them. So one of the tricks I use is that before I post anything online at all, of course, I would have my content ready. Then maybe for 15 minutes or 30 minutes, I would be engaging with posts, not just comment like awesome, good, bam, great. No, not that. Write something that is at least more than 5 words. Don't just write anything random. Write something that at least read the post and make a meaningful comment. So that way the algorithm sees you as active and as someone that people want to also see their content. So don't just go to your time. Then if you are liking it, if you want to use the react button, don't just like. When you click that react button on Facebook, when you hold it down, it also brings other options like the art, the care, the wow, sad, and all that. So if you use any of those other emotions apart from like, the algorithm is likely to show your content to that person when you post it. Then another way, apart from the algorithm too, when you engage with people's posts, they notice you, especially when you make meaningful engagement. They notice you. So there's a high chance that they will also reciprocate. Maybe someone you love, maybe someone that made a post and you click the love this thing. The person will notice you because Facebook always notifies that so person reacted and all that. So the person will notice you. But if you make a comment, especially if you are the first person that made a comment on that person's post, the person would notice you. The person is also likely to engage with your own content when you do. But even if the person does not engage with your content, make sure you always do this. What happens is that those people will always see you when you post. Because if you don't do that, Facebook will only show your content to a very small fraction of people. So if you want more people to see your content, engage with more people, Facebook will show your content to them. Then I said it as you join at least 4 Facebook groups that have similar interests as your business. So when you're on those, I know we are familiar with Facebook groups. Depending on what you sell or the kind of audience that you want to attract, go to Facebook groups that you know those kind of audience you would like to attract will be. Now, there are some Facebook groups that I don't advise people to join. There are some, especially all these buy and sell groups, that the only thing people do there is just post. They don't engage with content. When you open the groups, all you see is people are just posting advertisement. That's all. You don't have business in those groups. The groups you have business in are groups where you see that people engage with posts there. So when you get to those groups, also the same thing you are doing on your timeline, do it on that group. Make meaningful comments to post. Sometimes you even craft the comment in a way that, especially if you can connect it with your business, though not necessarily though, it depends on whatever other content is. But just make a meaningful comment so that people are noticing you, people are seeing you. When you make those comments, somebody wants to check you out. when that person checks you out and opens your profile, they see what you're doing. They might read some of the things you have been writing about. They might add you as a friend or follow you, or they might be someone that needs what you sell. So on those groups, at least 4 of them. I know this might be tedious work, but just give it time. You can't do 4 groups. You can do 1 group or 2. Just make sure you are, visible in those groups. So in those groups, apart from posting comments, also share some of your educational and inspirational content on those groups. Post it there. Let people also see your post on those groups. Whatever it is, especially there are some some of the groups I usually suggest that are good for everybody. Head Start Africa is good for everybody. What's it again? Let me see if I can type the groups here. We have Head Start Africa. There's Leadership Tribe, I think. Leadership Tribe. There's a group I just joined recently, Apex. I don't know why that's now. Anyway, Apex View, that's the name of the group. And there are many groups like that. Maybe I will share it with you on the WhatsApp group. Okay, at this point, let me just have some of your questions so that I'm sure you'd have questions by now. You can type it in the chat box, or you can unmute yourself and say something. Who's going first? Okay, can you guys hear me? Or there are no questions?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. So you don't have to, do you have any question you would like to ask?
I just typed the chat box.
Yes, I've seen it. Is it better to interact using my Facebook business page or my personal Facebook page? I always suggest it's better you use your personal profile. The reason is that, I don't know if you were in the first class we had, I explained it to someone in the class. The reason is that your personal profile, Facebook gives more visibility to your personal profile than your Facebook page. When you're only about 1% of your audience see what you post on your Facebook page. Only 1% of people that likes your page see whatever it is you do on that page. So the best thing is, if you are trying to build a community of people that are loyal to you, that likes you, that wants to do business with you, use your personal profile. But what you can now do is that maybe when you share a content on your personal profile, you can share the same thing on your Facebook page and then share it on your wall. I don't know if you get what I mean. That's if you really want to keep your Facebook page, business page alive, you can always share your content there. Then you now share that content to your personal page. Yes, you can share, you can make posts on your business page and share your personal page. Yes, you can. But the only thing is that, when you share a post, most times when you share a post on Facebook, it is that post that you shared that gets more, that gets more visibility. And if the post you are sharing is on your Facebook page, then the visibility is always limited. Facebook limits visibility on page because they have designed Facebook page for business purposes only, for advertisement purpose anyway. So it is meant for you to come and advertise on Facebook. When you are spending your money, that's the major advantage of Facebook pages. But if you want to build a personal community of people that likes you, then make sure you emphasize more on your personal page. You look at
Okay, I sorry, let me come in. I get, but if I advertise on the Facebook business page,
yes,
and there are really no much post on it, isn't it like going the other way around? Isn't it like a futile effort?
well,
Do you get?
if I understand, you are saying if you advertise on your Facebook business page and you're not getting
If I now you're saying I should post more on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page,
yes,
to build a community. But the
yes,
business page, so what I do at the moment is I schedule post on my business page, then I share it on my personal page. So what you're telling me to do is the opposite now. If I want to run ads, I'll run ads on the business page. Won't it be, if there are no post on it per se, won't it be like a wasted effort?
Okay, I understand it now. Now the thing is, you sharing on your Facebook or your business page does not disturb what you share on your personal profile. So it's the matter of whatever you post on your personal profile, you copy it and you also paste it on your business page. Do you get what I'm saying now? So whoever engages, anytime you share, you run advertisements to that Facebook page, those posts will be there. One thing about content is that as much as possible, you do everything to get more visibility. There is nothing bad if you share the same, if you put on your personal page right now, and then you put the same thing on your business page, and if you even share whatever it is you have posted on your business page to your timeline. There's nothing bad in that. What you are doing is giving your content visibility, because the thing is, most times you might post a content and someone miss it. Most time someone might miss it. So it might be when you share it on your Facebook page, your business page, that you share it to your timeline, that someone will see it. But the goal, if you are really looking for people that will be following your business, that knows you for your business, the best place is on your personal profile. But what you should do is, whatever you put on your personal profile, you can also put it on your business page. I hope you get that.
Yes, I do. It's just the work, because I schedule posts. What I do is I schedule posts. So it's easier to schedule posts.
Then yes, if you schedule posts, and once Facebook posts it, you can just click on copy on your page, then paste it on your timeline, on your personal timeline. Do you think that would be stressful?
Okay, I can press copy. I use Canva to design a simple this thing. Then I write the caption underneath. So I schedule the post to Instagram and to my Facebook business page.
Yes.
So I just press copy.
Yes, now you can just, if you want, the images you can share the image differently. So for the text, you click on copy, then you go and add the image from your phone record, or from your file.
Okay.
So yeah,
I use my system actually. Okay.
Yes. Okay, use your laptop.
Yes.
Anyway, I get you. Really, if you are to build, how many likes do you have on your profile, on your business, on your business page?
Not too much. I think maybe 3 likes. I just started working on crazy content lately. That's about last week. So
Okay.
on both my personal page and I'm not a fan. I'm just learning to use social media better.
Yeah. So now, remember I said earlier that only 1%, I'm not even sure it's up to 1% of people that likes your Facebook business page that sees whatever you put there. So no matter how much effort you made putting content on your business page, if it's just one person that is seeing it, or out of 20 people that likes your page, what's 1% of 20? That's like less than, maybe it's the algorithm will just show it to one person or 2 people. That's why if you notice, just go to visit different Facebook pages and look at the engagement there. You see that people really like or comment on Facebook, on posts on business pages, except the one that they run advertisement to. Or yes, except the one they run advertisement to. If you see anyone that has multiple comments, look at the number of people that like that, people that are following that business page, and compare it to the comments you are seeing. You see that it's a very, very tiny fraction. So the point is, rather than focusing on this thing on business profile, focus on your personal page. For Facebook anyway, what you are saying works well for Instagram. So you can do it for all of them. It's stressful, it will be some work, but yeah, it's profitable venture. Then,
okay, thank you very much. Noted.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Then another thing I would like to add about our Facebook visibility. If you remember, I mentioned something, I casually mentioned that sometimes some people go to their settings and make sure that, because there are times I visit somebody's profile, and the first 10 or the first 5 posts are not your post. They are not posts that you made. They are posts that somebody tagged you. And most times it might even be a fraudulent scheme. All these people that are doing scam all over the place. Sometimes they tag you to post, and that post is appearing on your timeline. So if someone that does not know you just comes to your timeline for the first time, and the first 5 or 10 posts on your timeline, maybe it's just one that is there that belongs to you, you have already lost a potential customer, because the person does not see what you are doing. The person is seeing something different, but the person cannot say this is what you do. So what I tell people is, always sanitize your Facebook profile. Is your room. It's like your personal space. So you don't allow people to intrude into your space without your permission. It's only posts that you want to, it's only posts that you want people to see, that you allow on your timeline. You don't just allow any kind of content there. The reason is that when someone new comes to your profile, they want to see what you are doing. So I would do probably a little video to show you what I'm talking about, how to clear your timeline of all these tags that are not necessary. So such that it's only tags that you allow that Facebook will show to your audience. So that's one of the things that affects people's visibility online. Let me check the comment section. Did somebody ask a question? Okay, do you have content ideas for building an email list? building an email list is usually build an email list through after running an advertisement. After running an advertisement, you send them through a sales funnel, and then they opt into your email list. So that's the best way to build an email list, is through running advertisement, because email list is not about one person or two people joining. We're talking about 10, 50, 100 people. So yeah, I can clear about what you're asking. You're asking how to make people how to get people to join your email list. So if you want people to join your email list, you either run advertisement, or if you are patient enough, through you can also get people's email after you've gotten a significant audience on your Facebook. You can get their email by giving maybe a gift. A gift is like a lead magnet. So the lead magnet, before you give it to them, you ask for their email. Okay, I mean, after getting signups already, how to maintain the people. Okay, how to maintain people who have signed up to your email. Okay, that's another scope entirely. Like, yes, it's part of content creation, but it's a different scope. You're talking about email marketing here. So email marketing is a different scope. Most times you need copyright, either a copywriting skill, or you getting copywriters to be an effective email marketer. Because so it's also the same idea, but when you communicate with people in the email, is different from how you communicate on social media. So it's a little, of course, it might be the same idea, but it's a little tad different. So that's email marketing. It's not within our scope. All right, can we have more questions, please? What have I not touched? Is there something I'm missing? I've talked about how to boost our visibility on Facebook. I've talked about the importance of engaging with people online. Then I said I would show you, I'll do a short video for you on how to optimize your Facebook profile that attracts your audience. So what else? Any other question, please?
Hello.
Hi.
Yes. For you, right back that. I wanted to ask that I don't think we've spoken about, or maybe you have, which I don't think, about actually getting like the policy followers. Because you have, for example, your Facebook page or your Facebook profile, you have some friends, and those are the friends that you add for a while. So there's really nothing new. So you want to bring in new people that will be interested in what you actually do. So I guess things that or things that can apply to make sure that new people follow you or send different requests, something like that.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for bringing that question. You're asking how to attract your ideal audience, actually. How to attract people that wants to buy from you, or that are likely to buy what you are offering. One of the ways we've talked about, some of the things we talked about, if you do them, you would attract them. If you write your content in a way that addresses those people, though they might not see it, the way they see it is when you start engaging, you also start following, maybe adding some people that you feel are likely to be your audience. You can send them friend requests sometimes. It's not all the time that you wait for people to send you requests. I still send people friend requests too. You can send them friend requests and you start engaging with them. So the more, if there are people you know that you don't want on your profile, you can unfriend them. Yeah, you can unfriend them. If you know there are people who maybe people are not likely, especially, I mean, I don't know, most times our family members or our friends who, maybe your friends who knew you when you were very unserious and would never take you serious no matter what you do, you might unfriend them. It's nothing bad, because what you are doing is for the sake of your business. Yes, you might become friends later, but the reason why you unfriend them is that because sometimes you might make a post and somebody makes one naughty comment under that post. It's not healthy for your content development. So when somebody does that, you can either delete that comment or you hide that comment or you unfriend the person, just so that you can have your own kind of audience. Then when you go to those specialized groups I told you about, those Facebook groups, you are likely, the more you engage with people there, the more you also share your content. For instance, now if you share a valuable content about Forex on those groups, you find out that some people will ask you questions, some people will come to your DM, some people will write, they will make comment under the post that you wrote. Some people would send you friend requests. People that make comment under your post, you can send them friend requests. If they did not send you, you can send it to them, because that shows that they are interested. They have slight interest in what you are saying. People that made comment or people that even just like the post, send them friend requests, so that the next time you post something on your wall, they are likely to see it. So there are times when people also see your content, they like it, they share it. When they share your content, it's a gradual process. It's a gradual process. You don't rush this in. I think I said in the first class that give yourself 3 months if you really want to take content creation serious. That's like the foundation. If you say you are consistent for 1 month and you stop, I'm telling you that's nothing. That won't be productive. Give yourself at least 3 months. But even before that 3 months, you would have been seeing results gradually. Then another thing you might do is that once you start getting traction and you have several valuable content on your personal page, you can find an influencer that you feel has an audience that's similar to yours. Though this kind of also beyond our scope, but let me just mention it. And you can find an influencer that has a that you feel is our audience as similar to the people you might also want on your audience. So you might pay that influencer to advertise maybe something that you do or something that you want to do. So doing that will make more people to see you. It might just be, you can make it one-off, maybe just once. Then you build on that. So that's how you attract people that need what you are offering. You attract them by giving it out. The way they see it is when you go out, when you engage with other people, someone clicks your profile, someone checks you out, and the person is likely to send you a friend request or follow you. I hope you get that. Please, can you teach us how to do Facebook ads? How do we pay? How do we target buying customers? Okay, the Facebook ad is entirely different from content creation. So this is not a Facebook ad class. I can run Facebook ads, but I don't call myself a Facebook ads expert. there are people who are also who are very good at that or who have better skills than that. So even if I do, we are not talking about Facebook ads here, so we can't undo that here. That's like something different entirely. All right. Shall we call it a day if we have no further questions?